You already know, man. It's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this video, whether religiously or in passing. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I go on live. You already know, man. This video is brought to you by Opus Clip. Listen, if you are a content creator and if you don't have time to edit your videos, you can tap into opusclip.com, click the link in the description down below. And listen, man, they will clip up all your videos, man. They will make all your videos go viral. They will do 30 clips, 40 clips, however many clips you need. You know, it's very AI performative and they will help you out, man. Tap into opusclip.com. You already know. Listen, the Philadelphia. And listen, this is just hype talk, right? So I'm just shooting it right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no PowerPoint, no none of that. I'm just shooting it right now. Um, I feel like the Eagles are about to come alive. You know what I mean? The Eagles are about to come alive, depending on Kevin Patullo, in my opinion. In my opinion, depending on Kevin Patullo and how he want to go about moving his offense moving forward. If he can figure out exactly how to maneuver this offense, we will be going. It's up from here. It's definitely up from here if he can figure it out. You know what I mean? We got a glimpse of it last week during the Minnesota game, which was cool. This what we see on the field. This is what we're going to run versus strictly Kevin Patullo offense. You know what I'm saying? But I did like what I saw from Kevin Patullo. He switched it up a little bit. Mm, According to news reports, it was 17 plays under center. Jalen Hurts had 17 snaps under center. To whereas though the previous games, he had like 6 snaps under center, and all the 6 snaps were all tush pushes, brotherly shoves. You know what I mean? So that's that right there. You know, AJ Brown right now is dealing with a hamstring injury, so we got to see. We got to see if he's capable of going on Sunday. But if he's not, then that means it's Jahan Dotson time to step up. It's John Mechie time to step up. You know, I don't even know what we did with Anaya Smith, to be honest. I don't know what other wide receiver we got besides John Mechie and Jahan Dotson. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good? Of course I'm in the car driving, bro. But yeah, like I don't know what other wide receivers we got besides them two, but it is their time to step up if AJ Brown cannot go on Sunday. So we just got to be prepared. Also, Josh dealing with an injury. I'm not sure if it's a hamstring injury or not, but he is also dealing with an injury. So, you know, what worked for us last week is actually putting the Kobe Dean back at linebacker and having Jahai Campbell come down to the edge and blitz. I actually like that. I actually like that. Um, that might be a very good recipe. With BG coming back into the fold, he can also split times with Jahai Campbell and, play a little bit of edge outside linebacker and everything like that. So I'm very excited for BG, being the leader that he is, being a vocal point of this defense and the troops together. We actually need that. We actually need that. Yeah, man. Listen, man. Salute my guy Peter Walker. What's good? Salute, salute, salute. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. Um, I be trying to go live more, I be trying to go live frequently, but just life, busy work, being a football coach, coming home, got my podcast, editing, stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's why I'm happy there's other content creators out there like Lord Bronson, Philly 500, Philly Mike, Chocolate Sports who can also bring you the content as well, because I be staying tuned with them as well. You know what I mean? Shout out to them brothers for keeping the boat rolling. Like I said, I'm just shooting it right now. I don't really have no real agenda on what I want to say and everything like that. Um, yeah, man, we just got to bring it Sunday versus the Giants. I want to go into the bye week with a dub. You know what I mean? We owe them one. I don't care who's on the field. I don't care who's on the field. I don't care who's active or inactive. We need to walk away in high spirits. We need to walk away with a dub. You know what I mean? We need to put belt to ass. That's what we need to do. I hope you're bisexual. Yo, hey Peter Walker, you could do me a favor. You could get rid of my dude down there. Well, good looking, man. Good looking. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, bro. Um, I will be yeah, I don't know what happened. My bad. Shit just clicked off. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said on my previous videos, I will be posting a couple of podcast clips on this channel to keep the to keep the channel rolling whenever I'm not going live or doing the hype fan video. I will be posting a couple of podcast clips so that way y'all can still engage in whatever it is. You know what I mean? It won't be a lot, if you want to view all my podcast clips and videos, you can tap into my other YouTube page at DSTV 103. That is DSTV 103. That's where all my podcast videos and clips, all my joint that I do outside of Hype Fan Eagle, that's where it goes at DSTV 103. Yeah, man. Like I said, bro. Vic Fangio, he made a couple of changes that I like as far as, moving Jahai Campbell down, putting the Kobe Dean at the middle linebacker spot or next to Zach Bond. That's what I said prior to this video. I believe I was one of the first ones to say it. I know Lord Brock claimed that he said it, but if you go back to my videos, I was one of the first ones to actually say it. Um, I like that Andrew Makuba got to step up. Vic Fangio actually did a press conference saying that Andrew Makuba is up and down. And being the fact that he is a rookie, I am expecting up and down, but he got to get better at taking better angles and making better choices. He got to step up his tackling too. He missed a tackle last week that could have got Jettas a touchdown. You know what I mean? He could actually got a touchdown off that tackle. I mean, no, 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 no. I apologize. If you would have made that tackle, then Jettas wouldn't have got as far as he did during that drive. So I apologize about that. It's our division to lose. Exactly. It is our division to lose. Um, I'm not biased and I'm not one of those ones that don't give credit. I like to give credit. Dallas Cowboys look good offensively. They look really good offensively. Defense, it is what it is. Their defense remind me of our defense. We can't stop a nosebleed just like them. You know, our defense is a little iffy. Let's see if we start putting it together. But the Cowboys got a really good offense. They got a running back. If I'm pronouncing his name right, Javante Williams. He is running the hell out the ball. Um, Dak Prescott is definitely throwing the ball. He's in MVP discussions right now. So offensively, they look good. Defensively, there's still question marks over them. Washington Commanders, um, right now, they are unhealthy right now. Jaden Daniels is banged up. Debo Samuels is banged up, but I heard that he's practicing this week. Terry McLaurin is banged up, but I heard he was practicing this week. Um, Up and down season so far. They're not out of it. You know what I mean? They're definitely not out of it. The New York Giants found the quarterback, but a very young quarterback at that. Um, I'm not worried about New York. I'm not worried about New York. I just don't want them to actually sweep us. You know what I mean? I don't want them to sweep us. But still, as far as the division, I'm not worried about New York at all. The Cowboys are emerging as an offensive threat. You know what I mean? As they're emerging as an offensive threat, we're gonna keep it a dollar. The Commanders, it is what it is. But like my guy Peter Walker said, it's our division to lose. You know what I mean? It's our division to lose. And that's that. You feel what I'm saying? It's definitely our division to lose. And we just gotta keep applying pressure. Like I said, I'm going to the bye week feeling good. Like how we did last year. You know what I mean? We ended up 2-2 last year. We went into the bye week unstoppable. That's how I want to be. I want to go into the bye week unstoppable. Unstoppable. You know what I mean? I feel like the offensive line is definitely going to get better as long as we keep switching it up and not being predictable on the offensive side. I feel like the offense will get better. I feel like the offensive line will get better once we get healthy. It's over. But what keep a defense honest is Jalen Hurts going under center, like how we did last game. He was under center 17 times, and it wasn't 17 brotherly shoves. It wasn't 17 tush pushes. It was 17 offensive plays, good offensive plays, and if we could keep that up, it'll open up running lanes for Saquon Barkley. Best to believe Saquon Barkley will get a 100-yard game. He will get a 100-yard game. I don't see the Commanders making the playoffs. They have a real tough schedule. I mean, yeah, they upcoming games is tough. They got Kansas City, they got Seattle, and in that mix. Um, they got Detroit in it. They got Detroit in that mix. The next upcoming games is going to be hard, especially without no Jay and Dames, bro. They got Mark Mariota, so it might be. I'm not going. They might lose the next three. Out of the next four, they might win one game. Out of the next four games, they might win one game. You know what I mean? So you absolutely right. You absolutely right on that. We just gotta see what it is, though. We gotta see what it is, man. I'm expecting us, like I said, to go on a bye week in high spirits. You know what I mean? I'm expecting us to go on a bye. I'm expecting us to go on a bye week in a dominant fashion. You know what I'm saying? Um, Smitty had an interview yesterday. Actually, yeah, he had an interview on the Patrick Satan show. It was Patrick Satan, Terrion Arnold. They got a podcast or whatever. I think it's called After the Season or whatever it's called. I'm not sure. But go check that out if y'all haven't. Smitty talks about wanting to get the ball more than AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying? It was all in good fashion though. It was all in talk. It wasn't nothing serious. But he was saying like if it come down to him and AJ Brown, he would speak up about wanting to get the ball more. Um, he also talks about if the game was on the line, out of any wide receiver, he would choose AJ Brown. Other than himself, he would choose AJ Brown. AJ Brown, he can catch the ball with one finger, two fingers, one hand, two hands. If the game is on the line, he's going with AJ Brown. Other than himself, he talks about that. They talk about Jalen Hurts' character on and off the field and everything like that. Basically saying, and all of this is paraphrasing, but basically saying, Jalen Hurts, he talks if he's comfortable with you. If he's comfortable with you, then he converses with you. You know what I mean? Smiles, giggles, and all of that. But if he don't know you, then it's going to be straight poker face, and that's how he carries it with the media. Detailed. My bad, y'all. I got a call. It's very detailed. Yeah, one of the coaches calling me. You know what I mean? I don't see the commanders make it. Oh yeah, you already said that. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that's that. Um, like I said, I got a call to make. You know what I mean? I'm about to end this short. But shout out to my guy Peter Walker. Shout out to everybody new who subscribed to my channel. Please make sure that y'all hype up the video. There's a hype button that you can hype up the video to keep me in the algorithms and everything like that. I am going to get better at doing this live. You know what I mean? But until then, I will be posting some podcast clips on this video. Let me get to this last comment. AJ Brown is starting to be annoying, always crying for attention. Yeah, man, he's starting to be annoying, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like all of this cryptic posts and everything is starting to become annoying, and people don't know how to just put down the social media. Just put down your phone. That's all you got to do. It's plain and simple. All you have to do is put down your phone, and that's it. I know you're going through your emotions or whatever it is, but you got to go through it in real time. Like you got to go through it without the phone. You know what I mean? You got to go through it without the phone, bro. And it's simple as that, man. Put down the phone. It is getting annoying. and everything like that. And that's what I don't like, man. But that's a conversation that we can have for another video. I gotta make this call. One of the coaches calling me. I gotta see what it is. You know what I mean? Our season is, you know what I mean? We one and seven right now. We got two more games, and we're gonna finish the season off strong. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna quit on a team like that because it's just not right. You know what I mean? We gotta finish the season off strong. But yeah, make sure y'all stay tuned, like, subscribe, hit that hype button, please. Hit that notification bell. Shout out to my guy Peter Walker and everybody else who been viewing this video, rather religiously or in passing. You already know, man. Gang.